Hi. Today we're going to talk about an issue that pretty much all businesses face, and that is customer conflicts. How do we handle and resolve customer conflicts? Well, there are a lot of people out there that are peddling, one or two step quick surefire systems. I'm not going to do that. As usual, I got a little more to say, right? I am going to give you a 7-step process to handling a customer service or a customer conflict issue in such a way that not only handles that particular customer, but also prevents issues like that from popping up in the future. I was thinking of this when I opened up a package of Ritz crackers recently. And so I love Ritz crackers. Okay, Ritz crackers, a little cheese spread on them. Troy's a happy guy. So I opened up the Ritz crackers package. I pulled out a cracker and it crumbled into dust. The next one, same thing. Next one, same thing. Okay, got a bad sleeve. And by the way, this has been a recurring theme with those crackers for quite a while in my experience. So I opened up the next one, same thing. The entire box just crumbled into dust when I opened them up. So I did what a lot of people do. I got on the internet and I Googled Ritz crackers crumbling, and I was led to RJR Nabisco's Facebook page for Ritz crackers. And there was this huge long thread, actually multiple threads, but this one huge long one of people who were seeing the exact same thing with their Ritz crackers. And every time, everybody who complained was getting the same exact response. We're sorry that happened to you. If you would send us proof of purchase and a receipt, we will send you another box of crackers. Okay, literally thousands of people saying, why are my Ritz crackers crumbling? And they're getting the same formulaic response from RJR Nabisco. I can only picture this poor guy in the RJR social media department, probably the lowest paid person in that department, who has to do this cut and paste response to all these people. Needless to say, that didn't solve the problem, and I probably bought my last box of Ritz crackers. So, how do you handle a situation? Well, first of all, be honest. And when I say be honest, ask yourself, is the problem actually happening? Because one of the things that was infuriating people on this thread was that RJR Nabisco kept saying that all these thousands of people were just getting, oh, you got a bad box. No, it's something systemic, okay? This is a thing that's happening with your product, and you're not acknowledging it. So number one, be honest. Is the problem actually happening? In this case, it is. They weren't acknowledging it. Second, embrace transparency. One thing about the internet and social media age is that whatever you're doing, it is going to get out. So one of my favorite phrases nowadays is you can either embrace transparency or you can have it forced upon you. In this case, upset customers were communicating with each other and realizing, hey, this is a problem. It's not like the old days when you had to, mail in a complaint card or call a complaint line and it was just one-on-one. It's the whole world looking. So if you've got a problem, you need to understand there is a transparency element to that. You might as well embrace the transparency, because if you don't, your customers will. It's forced on you and it'll be worse. Number 3, figure out why the problem is actually happening. In this case, one of the things that was upsetting people is it seemed like people were viewed as there's no effort in figuring out what exactly is going on. It's just, hey, we're going to replace this box. Why is this problem happening? I've been eating Ritz crackers since I was a kid. They never used to do that, not up until the last 2 or 3 years. What is going on? Something has obviously changed in your company. If you are having a recurring problem with your customer experience, why is it happening? Is it human error? By the way, helpful hint, usually it's human error. But is it human error? Is it a manufacturing process? Is it a distribution process? What's going on to cause that? Solve the problem. Figure out why it's happening. And then step 4, fix it. Fix it. Because if you don't fix it, that problem is just going to continue on into the future. Yeah, you might mollify this customer, but they probably won't be back. They will tell other people, especially on social media, and then there's going to be more and more people experiencing the same problems until they realize, hey, this is a systemic issue. Number 5, this is very important. Individualize your communication. I think what was upsetting people most on this thread, and look, I'm picking on Ritz crackers here, but I've seen this phenomenon happening all over on social media, whether it's a local restaurant or whether it is a multinational conglomerate. People complain, they give a bad review, and they get the same formulaic cut and paste response that many times doesn't actually speak to what the customer's saying. So if you're going to have a process of communicating with your customer, either out in the open on social media or individually, individualize your communication. People want to think that they are important as an individual. And when you send a cut and paste response, it's letting them know you're just a number. Even if you're a small local restaurant and somebody got a bad piece of chicken, if you give them a formulaic response, you're letting them know, you didn't even notice I got the bad chicken. You're just saying, gee, we're sorry. Let me give you a gift certificate, whatever. Figure out what the problem is, identify it, and then individualize your communication to make that customer feel important. Number 6, set customer expectations. Now, a lot of times we like to talk about customers who expect too much from us. Sometimes that's the case, but a lot of times customers are led to very high expectations through our sales and our marketing, and then when they get into the reality of it, they find out that's not true. That's not the customer's fault, that's your fault. I worked in an industry, and I'm not going to say who it is, but I worked in an industry where the sales department was charged with bringing on new customers, and the service department was charged with servicing them, with handling them on an ongoing basis. And the service manager told me once, this is a phrase that'll always stick with me, and it actually created my departure from that industry not that long afterwards. He said, Troy, your people's job is to sell the fantasy, my people's job is to sell the reality. Fantasy and reality should be the same. So set your customers' expectations appropriately. If your problem has an issue and that issue causes a problem in certain circumstances, tell your customers that. You may not have as many customers, but you certainly won't have angry customers. And then finally, number 7, make it right. Figure out how you can make this problem right. One of the things that always slays me about the airline industry, airlines like to cancel flights and strand you places, and sometimes they'll offer you a makeup, but whatever they offer you, it's almost always, here's a certificate for more flying. So what they're saying is, we screwed up, now let us give you more of the stuff that's already upset you. Figure out some way to make it right over, above, and beyond just giving them more of the product that they're not happy with. A basic expectation is replacing that went wrong. Going above and beyond, making it right, making your customer feel important involves something extra. Maybe it's a restaurant gift card, if you're not a restaurant. Maybe it is some bonus product, whatever, but come up with some way to make the customer not just feel whole, but make them feel more than whole. And that is what will make them want to do business with you again, give you another shot. And that is also what will make them want to not badmouth you to the people that they know and all over social media. The old saying used to be, if you do something right for somebody, they'll tell one person. If you do something wrong to somebody, they'll tell 10 people. Well, here's the thing. Nowadays, if you do something right, they still may tell 1 or 2 people. If you do something wrong, they're going to tell the whole entire world via reviews. You cannot afford to have that kind of negative reputation to your brand, particularly if you're a small, locally held business. So, just to review, the 7 steps. 1, be honest about the problem. 2, embrace transparency. Number 3, figure out why and solve the problem. Number 4, fix it. Number 5, individualize your communication to the customer. Number 6, set customer expectations. And number 7, find a way to make it right. Employ those 7 steps and you will handle customer conflict like a champ. I'm Troy Harrison, the Sales Navigator. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, if it has helped you, please like it, share it, subscribe to my channel. I look forward to talking with you again. Thank you.